Transformers the last night, eh? Did we really need this film? Well, we'll see how it was.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the GBEs, and we're back with another movie review. And this time we're talking about John Wick.
Hey, it's Transformers the last night.
Transformers the last night?
Yeah, a movie that I call a big, fat abyss.
I did not watch... Eric did not watch this movie. I did, so he's going to be conducting this movie review as an interview. And as an added bonus, there will not be any special guest appearances. We were able to find a good locksmith. So, Eric, let's kick it off. What do you got?
Well, how did they do in Transformers being in the actual history timeline?
Well, they started out this movie back in Arthur times, and it introduced new characters and introduced a new magical item into the whole thing. And from the outset, you could tell that this movie is going to be convoluted and difficult, and the plot was going to be a mess. And it was going to be difficult to follow. So, as far as them incorporating the human history into it, they try to do some, but it's not like it's not the center of the movie.
Is this their first time trying to do this, or have they done this before in the Transformers saga?
I think in the second one they showed some prehistoric humans interacting with some Transformers. There might have been Decepticon, if I remember, but they haven't touched upon it a lot. Actually, well, they have tried to do a couple of things here and there, but it's never been like the super main focus of the movies.
So, how did they do with the characters?
The characters were one-dimensional. They were either joke tellers or they were just not... Seemed like they weren't into it. Mark Wahlberg, I felt, was not a good choice cast for the last one, and that sort of continued in this movie. The only character that I think I liked a little bit was the little girl who was a survivor of the Chicago battle. Isabella, who was a survivor of the Chicago battle in Dark of the Moon. So I was looking forward to see how they explored her story, but unfortunately she wasn't a main plot point of the movie.
Alright, so from the trailers it looks like Optimus Prime is going to be bad. Is he bad in this film?
Yes, Optimus Prime is bad to an extent. I can't get into too much of it without spoiling some stuff, but yeah, we do see some of that.
How were the action sequences like back in medieval times or like in the future?
They were all pretty good. The first one was really good, where it wasn't so much a Transformers battle, but it was pretty good. The one in the Arthur times. But as the movie progressed, the action seemed to get bigger and louder, and by the end of it, it was a bit incoherent.
Alright, was Megatron a bad guy in this?
Megatron was back again. They always seem to bring him back. There's like always some dumb, silly way that he ends up coming back in the movies. He is not, this might be a minor spoiler, he is not the main villain in the movie, but he is in the movie.
Alright, so now it's time to get to the part where you rank this film.
Before that, I'd like to say that I do hate most of the Transformers movies. I love the first one. The first time I saw it, I thought it was great. I had such a fun time watching it at the movie theater. Ever since then, they have gone downhill for me. I really hated the last one a ton. It was a horrible, loud, incoherent mess that should have never been made. But with that said, I'm not a Michael Bay hater. I do like The Rock and Bad Boys. Armageddon has its issues, but it's still a fun, good movie. So with all that out of the way, I have to say
before that, how did they deal with the dinosaur transformers in this film?
It was a little better, but still, they're not like the main focus of the movie.
Yeah, because in Age of Extinction from the trailers, it looks like that the dinosaur thingies are
the main focus, but you don't get them to the last 20-30 minutes. Anyway, I'm not a Michael Bay hater. I don't love all his movies. I have a ton of issues with a lot of his movies, but I appreciate that a lot of work went into these movies. The crew setting stuff up, sets, stuff like that, if you will. And I can't dismantle this movie, but I am going to have to give it a 25. That's the best that I can give it, a 2.5 and a 25 out of 100. It's not a great movie. I understand that people do enjoy these movies, and that's perfectly fine. I just don't enjoy them myself. I don't know why we had to have 5. I thought it would be done after the third one, but here we are. But tell me what you guys think. Do you guys enjoy these movies? Do you just watch it for the big explosive action? Do you like some of the characters? Let us know your thoughts. Are you gonna go watch this movie? Have you seen it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you love it?
Yeah.
Is it indifferent to you? Make sure you leave us your thoughts in the comments.
Like, share, subscribe. Tell your neighbors, your mailmans, and your Ned Flanders, and your
butcher.
Yeah.
But for now,
see you guys
this
next
is
time.
GB's and
See you guys next time. Bye bye.